Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about this Pope as the holy cat goes by. That's his tail. You know, the Pope has been washing the feet of some Serbian prisoners. And actually, among those Serbian prisoners was a woman, you know, and it's the first time that was a Muslim. So, you know, it's like image is everything. And I got to point this out. The religious people play this game. I don't know what the Pope is about on the inside, but usually I respect people who have to actually put a lot more physical effort into something. That's a lot of times I respect a lot more the, well, it could be an office worker too. When you're putting in 12 hours a day and you're working really hard every day, day in and day out. Well, a lot of times I respect the blue-collar worker for that reason. They get their hands dirty and they do things for people, right? In exchange for fair wages. But you know, some of the biggest scams going out there is religion. And true religion's one thing, but quite obviously the message of Jesus is a hell of a lot different from the people on the top of all these religions. But I just want to point out something. Pope is washing feet, right? And he washed the feet of a woman who was a Muslim, right? Whatever. Fine. I mean, but you know, I have to point this out. That's probably worth a few billion in donations, because you know, look back even with Andrew Carnegie, right? He was like the richest man in the United States in the turn of the century, I don't know, 1901. Andrew Carnegie. He was like the richest man. And he basically said he practiced, and you know, this is his little freaking phrase, the gospel of wealth. The gospel of wealth means that, you know, of course, call it gospel because it has that appeal to the masses with their religion. In other words, he made all this money, so he's going to return it to the people. But basically, he's a good scam artist. You know, one of the things Andrew Carnegie used to do, and this is like I'm just relating to, it's with religion too. It's with probably, yeah, it's with Muhammad, same old garbage. All these religions, a lot of these leaders. But you know, it's not just the Pope; it's everything. But you know, Andrew Carnegie, you know, he used to go around, big publicity stunt, give a dime to a child. Like a dime was like a lot more money than it was, probably like $10 today or something, you know. And he'd give a dime, or maybe $20 or something. He'd give a dime to a child. And it was like, you know, the kid would have a real happy face. And it was a big publicity stunt. Basically, these guys all play this game with religion and philanthropy. And they actually do it at the professional levels. It doesn't have to be the ultra wealthy. It's like the attorneys, people in business. They could be in, you know, they could be real estate moguls. They could be attorneys, doctors, anything. A lot of professional people belong to a lot of these things for image control for them. Basically, it also helps with their business. It's a revolving door. You know, how many people would work extra hard for people they think is on the side of Christ? Oh, he's a Christian. Oh, I should do more. I should do him favors. It's a game, man. It's a game. Andrew Carnegie was damn good at scamming. Popes are good at scamming. Religious leaders in Iran and Saudi Arabia, who are supposedly opposites of Islam, they're scammers. They're all scammers, man. Another guy that was a big scammer was John D Rockefeller. He played real religious, giving $4 million to the women's suffrage movement because they were trying to get rid of ban the sale of alcohol, which is the evils of alcohol was causing to all the breaking up of marriages and sin and all this type of stuff. Nah, he wasn't doing it for that reason. He banned alcohol. He wanted alcohol banned because it was competition to his crude oil product, and alcohol came from the farmers, and the farmers used to make fuel for cars. So every time this religion stuff comes on, it's a big scam. It's not religion itself, but I'm going to tell you, I don't give a damn what religion it is. It's usually the holiest people around that are way into religion and are always saying, they're giving you quotes out of the Bible left and right. They're full of shit. They're the worst ones gone. You know, get your hands dirty. Tell me something for real. So, this Pope actually, I don't know what he's doing with this stuff. You know, he's washing the feet. That was a normal thing, but it's the first time he did that with Muslim woman. So I don't know. He's playing a game too, but it's probably worth a lot in donations. That's usually how I figure. It's a big publicity stunt. More people are like, always all for peace. Really? Whatever. Whatever. I guess if you're for peace, and if one way you could be for peace, I guess, everybody don't pay their taxes. then the military apparatus would fall apart. You're just for peace. To like, Ann says there, with her tax revolt, Ann Barnhart. Then you're for peace. But it's a load of crap, man. All these philanthropists on the top that say like they care, they don't give a damn. It's all part of it. It doesn't matter what level it's at. It doesn't have to be a John D Rockefeller. It doesn't have to be a Pope. It doesn't have to be an Andrew Carnegie. It's even at all the other levels. They all belong to all these societies and crap because it's image, man. It's image. And also it's a tax deduction. So all that stuff is for charity. And, if you show up someplace and you have a nice event, it's charity. So, and actually, a lot of times when you're doing things like that, it works like good advertisement for yourself. So Carnegie, like when he used to give the dime to the child, that came back to him in a lot better ways. The guy was the richest guy there was, right? Andrew Carnegie. He wasn't giving nothing back. It's image control, baby. Image control. So, we got the Pope. He's got to wash some feet once in a while. Oh, well. It's not a bad job. It's like, and you look at the church, how much money they got, right? And actually, I could look at a lot of stuff. It's so disingenuous, it's ridiculous. Even look at, like, say, Iran. They got, I criticize them. I think they're a bunch of BS, too. They're all bullshit. You got they got their oil and they got the natural gas. They got natural gas that can last 100 years. They get all this fuel. If they want to really screw up the New World Order, you know what they can do? They can grow hemp in their country and export the product left and right. And, quite obviously, once the cat gets out of the bag, per se, hemp actually can put oil and natural gas for fuel right out of business. Period. There's enough. That's how much of it can be grown. And it would green the earth and solve all the pollution with the air and everything else. So, everybody's got a scam and everybody's got image control. Everybody's the holy guy. Everybody's the good guy. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I don't trust any of these religions, and I don't trust any of these political leaders, and I don't trust any rich fucks, and I don't trust 90% of the people in the professional fields, too. It's all image. So the Pope, when he's doing this stuff, so he washes some feet. I guess that's good for a lot of donations. You just see the donation curve go up 10%. And, they could buy more golden chalices and, more artwork and decor for the stuff they got in the Vatican. And not a bad deal. Just like Andrew Carnegie and John D Rockefeller. It's nothing but a business. So, I don't know, man. Bullshit. And anybody that freaking gets into his religion too heavy, and I don't give a damn if it's Christian, because I don't like a lot of these Christians that get into it too heavy. Islam, and it could be Jewish, they could get into it a little too crazy too. They're all screwed up. Every single last one of them, man. And there's a lot of people on this earth that are like that, and they get fooled by these ones on the top. It's all image control. Everything is image. So, philanthropy 90% of the time is bullshit. If you're going to give, just give. Just do it. Andrew Carnegie, you want to give me like a couple $1,000,000 bucks? No problem, give it to me. I'll be a philanthropist after that. I'll give 10% of the money away. How's that? Just like you do, if you even give 10%. That's exactly how they work. And I know Andrew Carnegie's dead, but basically he's a good example of a good scammer in the philanthropy world. They got him in the business world, and they got him in the religious world. It could be the Pope. It could be Muhammad. It could be anybody. It's just how it is. People ought to wake up. It's freaking, you got your people running around following a bunch of freaking shysters. That's all there is. So, anyway, That's all I got to say about this shit, because basically that's what really goes on. Don't matter what the religion, don't matter who the hero is. People follow that shit around like they're being led around by the nose. They're wrong, man. They're wrong every time.